In South Sudan, the United States has sanctioned yet another top official in the country. Taban Deng Gai, who acts as the first vice president, is now facing financial restrictions. Treasury sanctions freeze any cash or assets held in U.S. territory. They also block access to the American financial system, which prohibits the accused party from doing business in the states. Gai is being accused of ordering the deaths of two opposition leaders to solidify his position in President Salva Kiir's government. He is also facing backlash for allegedly creating distrust that has inflamed conflict in South Sudan. Last month, Washington slapped sanctions on two other South Sudan ministers, accusing them of obstructing a peace accord signed in 2018. CGTN's Asta takes a look at the number of South Sudanese officials facing sanctions.
As President Salva Kiir and opposition leader Riek Machar set February 22nd as a date to form a unity government, the U.S. is keeping up pressure by placing under sanctions anyone deemed to be delaying that unity. The latest to be put on sanctions have been the Ministers of Cabinet Affairs and Defense, sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury. Martin Ilia Lumuru, the Cabinet Affairs Minister, allegedly recruited militias to attack opposition forces. Defense Minister Kul Manyang Juk is accused of using troops and weapons from the South Sudanese army to attack a rival ethnic group. Both men stand accused of blocking the establishment of a court to try war crimes. The U.S. Secretary of Treasury Steve Mnuchin has sent a strong message. He said the United States will not tolerate torture, kidnapping, sexual violence, murder, or brutality against innocent civilians. Sanctions are nothing new for South Sudanese leadership. Top military officials have since 2015 been placed under UN sanctions. Among them is General Gabriel Jok Riak. He is accused of breaching the January and May 2014 cessation of hostilities agreements. Those in his ranks allegedly committed sexual offenses and attacked civilians. In 2018, General Jok Riak was appointed by President Salva Kiir as the head of the army. General Gatwech Dual, who was a chief of general staff of the SPLM in opposition, was also placed under UN sanctions. As President Kiir and Riek Machar look to form a unity government, it remains to be seen if sanctions will deter any future interferences. Asta, CGTN.